I tend to be pigeonholed as quite creative. Well, certainly for somebody who wears a suit to work anyway. My degree's in astrophysics. That was my passion at school. Space and all that sort of thing. I work with clients to improve their risk management processes or help them to develop new ones. When people are actually passionate about something and are using that passion to share and to connect, you can come up with something that's actually really special. I'm passionate about risk analysis and about Torquay United. When I was about 10 or 11, my best friend and his granddad used to take us to matches. It helped shape my childhood, having a team to follow. I got hooked. There's something about rooting for the underdog that really appeals to me, especially in the Sky era where football's become this commercialised, televised product. A lot of the people I went to school with ended up following the big teams, but I just couldn't get excited about that. If you're actually at a football match, you can identify with the team a lot more closely than just by seeing them on TV. You get much closer to the dynamic of the team and the game as it progresses. It feels much more real, and I wanted to try and bring that feeling to people who wanted to be at the match but couldn't be, who wanted to know what was actually going on at the ground. I think the lower down the pyramid of football clubs you go, the more you get the sense of community and the club actually rooted in the community. For a lot of kids growing up around here, it feels less unrealistic to think that you're going to grow up to be a Torquay United player than perhaps a Man United or an England player, having a local team that you can identify with. I think, yeah, definitely, I spent a lot of my youth wanting to cross onto this side of the line. My first ever tweet was in a cold Darlington stadium, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I just started hammering out these 140 character updates. You never get to see Torquay on the TV, and all the news coverage that you do get is just factual. So I wanted to make it feel like you were actually there, being part of the match. Well, you normally get to the match a good hour or so before kick-off. My favourite spot is quite a sought-after position. So from the point of view of having to tweet the match and actually get a good vantage point on all the action, and it also gives me a chance to tweet some of the build-up. Just to get a feeling of how things are looking, what the weather's, the surface is like. It gives me a chance to look at the players warming up, little things like that. Doing this has allowed me to meet some of my heroes, even the manager and some of the players, and a few of them even started following me. I thought, wow, this is great. I'm actually connecting with the club in a way that's real and meaningful. And I suppose that's one of the great things about social media and these new forms of communication. For example, if a player hasn't scored for a while and seems to be playing really well, or might be injured, I'll try and weave that in, so that people following actually feel involved or actually feel the emotion. I started getting some really nice feedback from people who are in different parts of the UK, Australia, Romania, LA, all sorts really. It's funny how it sort of grows without you really trying. People actually started to rely on me to follow the matches, and I'm thinking, wow, really? If I ever wanted to stop, I was really going to let these people down. I progressed from tweeting onto blogging as I wanted to give people a bit more context. I was interested in how our season was looking, so I started writing algorithms to try and predict what the future scores might be. The kind of analysis I create in my day-to-day job in risk consulting at KPMG. I just put it out there. I didn't really think it was that special, but everyone just went mental and loved it. They started using it in ways that I hadn't really anticipated. It's still 0-0. We've not been playing very well today, but the last sort of 10-15 minutes we've been doing really, really well and looking really dangerous for the first time in the match. We could just about sneak a goal here if we're really fortunate. Corner. Really pushing bodies forward here, so this could be it. But I think time is rapidly running out. Come on, one last chance. Oh! Yeah! We've just scored with pretty much
the game, an absolute screamer. And we've won it right at the day. That was amazing. Moment of magic. Absolutely brilliant.
A lot of the stuff I've done through Twitter and the internet has actually increased the enjoyment of the game for me multiple times over. It adds another layer, enhancing other people's experience, as well as my own.
Hi Ben, I just wanted to say thank you so much for the tweets, that's awesome.
They're totally wonderful and they add another dimension.
Really recreates the game day experience for us here when we're in other places.
Go goals! Woo!
The way that social networking works on Twitter, I think you only get the real benefit from it when you do become part of a community or build a community yourself. And it's the same for KPMG, because we are reliant on the relationships that we build with our clients to actually deliver something successful for them. In the same way, it encourages you to actually listen to people as well as talking. Yeah, I'm lucky in the sense that my job and my passion both can benefit from a similar skill set. The analysis that I do at work, with the emphasis on making risk management information very compelling for someone who can literally look at it and actually the message leaps off the page, there's an insight I haven't seen before. The same discipline applies in actually understanding who you're trying to reach, what it is you want them to know, and how you can make that as entertaining an experience as possible for them, as well as useful a one as you can.